This week sets the stage for some very important decisions coming out of the Capitol.
It is a jam-packed calendar, especially tomorrow. Naomi Coles joins us live from the Capitol to explain what's coming down the pike. Naomi?
Yeah, the Senate has more than 20 bills to consider, and the Assembly has a handful of their own. All of that is to come hours before the governor is set to give his budget proposals. Here's a few highlights to watch for. A lot of the bills hitting the Senate floor tomorrow are leftover from last year's session, which was cut short.
We stopped meeting. There could have been sessions, so many of them were just reintroduced and put through again.
Newer bills include measures that would stop government officials from requiring COVID-19 vaccines for employees and prevent public health from stopping large gatherings at places of worship. Senate Minority Leader Janet Bewley says they're unlikely to make it past the governor.
And some of these very much are in conflict with how the governor feels. So
in the Assembly, Republicans are pushing through a bill giving tax breaks to businesses who receive PPP loans. Democrats want to limit the breaks to loans worth $250,000 or less.
It costs upwards of $450 million to the state. Washington-style budgeting doesn't have to balance, but Wisconsin does. And so Democrats are going to be proposing a substitute amendment that caps the deduction and pours the savings into direct aid to businesses.
We already know some of the governor's budget priorities ahead of his address tomorrow, like pushing again for legalizing recreational marijuana and accepting federal dollars to expand Medicaid. We asked Republican leaders for comment today on the week's agenda. They didn't respond or weren't available. Democrats say they're hopeful for areas of compromise.
Well, I mean, I think the case has never been better for broadband expansion around the state. Certainly unemployment insurance, given the problems we've had both with infrastructure and just some reform.
What is not on the agenda yet? Another attempt at COVID-19 relief legislation. Since the governor's veto earlier this month of when the Republicans went back on their compromise agreement, Democrats have actually reissued some of the key proposals in that law as 22 separate bills. However, all of those bills are still sitting in committee.
Naomi Coles live at the Capitol tonight. Naomi, thank you.